No te pierdas toda la emoción de la UFC 187 desde el MGM Grand Garden Arena. Recuerda, Johnson versus Cormier. Y también tendremos la pelea entre Whitman contra Belfort. Recuerda, solamente en Cagesiders Against the Ropes. Para ESPN Deportes, Jesús El Ocotlán López desde el MGM Grand Garden Arena.
Enjoying the moment. Feeling great. Prepare. Did everything as best as my ability. And just enjoying this. Just enjoy this. This is a good moment.
So is that going to be an issue fighting a friend now this week?
No, it's not going to be a real issue because, like, all business aside is business, no matter what. Like, the both of us have talked about it. We told each other, like, it's going to be a true honor to fight each other. Zach's a really good friend of mine. Like, I ain't going to lie. I helped him get ready for the Bellator titles, Bellator Championship, like, that whole tournament. And then him winning the RFA. He's the first person I called when I got hurt against Scott Jorgensen. Like, I was like, yo, I know you just fought 2 weeks ago, but do you think you can be ready to take my spot against Scott? And he's like, yeah, I can do that. So it's like nothing like I can't sit there and like disown the guy. Like I love the guy to death. Like he's a nice dude.
Well, it's difficult because he's very explosive. I think he's clearly the hardest puncher in the division, in my opinion. But I've trained with him, and I know maybe more. The one thing I would say I gained out of our training is that I understand how hard he is to take down and how hard he is to hold down. He's like a human spring. So, I have to be able to not let him fight the style of fight he wants to. And, however that plays out in the fight, it'll play out. But, I can't let him bounce around the outside, jump in, and connect with his big left hand. So, however I have to take that away, I have to do it. So.
I'm a known aggressive fighter myself, so let's see who's more aggressive. Let's see who can get control. Whoever gets control right away, I think that's key in this fight.
We start on our feet. We're obviously both going to try to punch each other, but being well prepared, being the better fighter, being the faster fighter, and using my advantages to outstrike him and keep him guessing. We're both well-rounded fighters. You know what I mean? So. We're both powerful strikers, but he can submit and wrestle. I can submit and wrestle with the best of them.
So a lot of people are saying that you are the underdog coming into this fight. What do you have to say about that?
I don't care what a lot of people think. It's just what I think, what my team thinks. That's my focus, and that's I think the problem of the world. People living by what other people think. That's the culture that these kids are living right now. I feel sorry for every dad that has to deal with their kids. You're arriving home, Dad, they say this about me, they say this about me. It's sad to see that people live in prisons that not even exist. You know what I mean? So I'm focused on what I think.
How do you plan to negate that? Do you actually think he'll test the ACL out first and foremost?
Oh, of course. I know he's going to try to test the ACL. I know he's going to try to shoot in a lot more because that's part of his game. Like, Zach likes to go ahead and pressure fighters and try to take them down. Like, I know what my game plan is to stand and bang, and I got to make sure that my sprawl and brawl is on point. Like, I don't have to make sure. I know it's going to be on point because of the fact that every time Zach is going to shoot on me, I'm going to either bump him with my hip, do a little flip, or just make him look silly when I'm trying to enter in with those shots.
I mean, it's a fight. I'm going to test everything. So, but there's no way I'm considering it like it's going to be not less than 100%. You can't ever have a lower expectation and then get in there and it's more than what you thought.
You win this fight, it's the next call out a title shot.
Of course, I'm going to sit there and give a better shout out than the last time I did in Albuquerque. Like I think I had like somebody posted up saying I had the best rant on ESPN. So I was like, yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a great fight. I think, John is one of the most talented guys in the division, one of the most athletic guys in the division. I think of myself in a very similar manner. And I really think the winner of this fight deserves the next title shot. Dodson's coming off an injury, but he was going to get the rematch. He's given Demetrius his toughest fight. And personally, I think a win over John Dodson should make me earn the title shot. So we'll see.
The next opponent is always the toughest. So it's always going to be what's next.
And how has your team prepared you for this fight?
As best as they can, they did. They did their best. I did my best, and you guys are about to see the best.